When you see it driving in World of Tanks Blitz, you have to admit that the Nameless does look kind of cute. It has those little eyes on the mantlet, it has wide tracks, it looks like a squished Tiger II basically. But the real question is it worth getting this tier 7 Hybrid Nation premium heavy tank? Let's find out in today's video. Well, welcome back ladies and gentlemen, tankers of Blitz Universe, to the channel. The cute little baby tiger is back in store in World of Tanks Blitz, and it is named the Nameless. So it's a tank without a name, but it still has a name, and it is one from the Valkyria Chronicles bundles. The Edelweiss is available as well, review on the channel. The Lupus is available as well, review on the channel. And you have the Haven as a new tank. Subject for this video is, as said, the Nameless. Yeah, if you look at it, for all intents and purposes, this is a German tank. It's meant to side scrape, it hasn't got brilliant DPM, it has a good gun, 310 Alpha, it has wide tracks, it looks like a squished Tiger II, hence the name cute little baby tiger. It does play like a Tiger II. Anybody who has been playing side scraping tanks like the Tiger II, the Tiger P, the Tiger I, the E75, that's what you have to do in this tank. You have to side scrape because it has a good armor profile, but it can be overcome, especially by tanks with good penetration. I'm going to show you exactly how in the armor profile section. We're going to compare the tanks as well to a lot of the other tier 7 heavy tanks at the moment, and there's a fair few of them. We have the Lupus, the Black Prince, the IS-2 Berlin, the M6A2 E1, the AMX M4 Emily 45 lined up, the Tiger I and the VK4503, which has just been released and in World of Tanks Blitz and has been withdrawn from the shop. But it's good to compare that tank to the others around because, like I said, it hasn't got brilliant DPM, but it has some good armor profile, good mobility. And what you can see me do here on, what is it, where are we on? Oasis Bomb Supremacy. I'm moving from one position to another. We are 2 tanks up, no need for me to rush in. You can see the reload is 10 seconds, that's not brilliant. And the game itself, this one isn't a really spectacular one, I fully admit. But what I'm doing here is driving from one position to another. And you can see me already angling up the tank. Should the Tiger come around, or the KV2 or any other tank, then I am able to side scrape them out really. A bouncer shot on the Tiger I, that's annoying. But I'm also keeping an eye out on the left because there is a M6 rolling in. We're going to take out the Tiger here. It has an accurate gun, the Nameless, through the cupola, no problems, for 290. There's a KV2 still there who is, yeah, kind of boxed in with a dead ARL in front of him. The T-43 decides to rush in and he gets blown away by the red KV2, and the red KV2 now gets taken out by the Comet, which makes it a 2-on-2. I've captured the base. In terms of supremacy points, we are only 70 in the lead, 80 at the moment. But I'm a bit worried about the T-43. I haven't seen him actually, and there's still the Sturre Emil here. Emil, HE in the back for 410, lovely stuff. But yeah, this is a bit of a not so really spectacular game. I'm not blocking any damage, done 2.4k nearly in terms of damage done. But you can see what I'm doing here as well. I'm driving backwards, constantly working my angles, trying to keep my tank angled up to, well, predicted positions of the T-43, and he's going to pop up. He's been sitting in the corner over there. There it is. Hello, Mr. T-43. Enemy spotted right in the end game. In terms of damage, he did a good game, but in terms of gameplay, wasn't the most brilliant one. If he had been roaming around, killing maybe the Comet or other tanks, then I would have had more problems in the end game. But yeah, this game is going to be a first-class game. It's going to be all first classes in this one, and I think that actually shows that the tank can perform pretty well. I mean, I did some fairly good games. The last one is a Supremacy on Frontal against tier 8s, and it still only gave me a first class match, even though I captured the base and killed a few top tier tanks. But it does show that you can do fairly well in the tank. It hasn't got brilliant stats. If you look at it, it's only 220 players who've played it in the last 90 days, which is of course also due to the fact that it hasn't been available in Blitz for a long time. But if you look at, for example, the IS-2, there's IS Berlin, 1000 players, 1600 in the black prints, nearly 3k in the Tiger 1, or even above 3k. But this tank sits a bit better in terms of average damage and damage ratio. And you can perform fairly well. Meadsy69 has nearly 5k, has number 2 in the Hall of Fame top damage on Blitz stars, and the top one has 5.1k. And in that regard, it can perform fairly good. But it is a tank that you have to take it slowly. You have to move from one position to another. The best armor is not getting shot at all, because, I mean, if you don't give them anything to shoot, then yeah, they can't hit you and you won't lose your hit points. In terms of credit earning, it is of course a premium tank. You don't need a lot of APCR with this gun. It's 310 alpha, and there you can see 60k on a fairly easy game. So yeah, decent credit earner, and let's move into the stats and numbers for now. And as said, I have the tanks lined up here, the Nameless and the Lupus, the Black Prince obviously being one of the heavies of choice at the moment. IS-2 Berlin has been available in the store for, I think, a month ago. You have the M6A2E1, which is available from the tech tree, the Tiger 1, the usual Tier 7 heavy tank from Germany. I've added this one as well, the AMX M4 Emily 45, and reasons will become apparent later in the armor profile. And I removed the VK, let's put it back in, there it is, and remove the food and stuff. And then you can see that the tank, it doesn't rely on DPM. Neither do the Lupus nor the IS-2 or the M6A2E1. They rely on big alpha guns and they rely on armor. 310 alpha, that's good. Not as good as the Lupus or the IS-2, but better than some of the other tanks. Your reload is a bit lower. Shell velocity not that quick. APCR does help in that regard. But it's in the middle of the pack. It hasn't got the really good gun of the VK4503, but all in all, not too bad. Weapon handling, aim time a bit on the low side, dispersion a bit better than some of the other tanks, middle of the pack again. But you do have 8 degrees of gun depression, which is fairly funky. The Lupus has that OP 12 degrees for that gun, it's really ridiculous. The M6 is an American tank, has 10 degrees. But all in all, weapon handling, firepower, that's middle of the pack, middle of the road really. Where the tank does excel, in my opinion, is not the speed, but the mobility. It has a 12.06 power to weight ratio, which gives it good traverse numbers. It's 29 degrees, and if you look at this, then that's all red, except for the Tiger 1 and just 1 degree per second more the VK4503. But you do have 150 mils on the front and 120 on your turret. You have 80 on the size of your hull and 80 on the size of your turret. And that armor, combined with that traverse speed, makes this a very good close quarters fighting tank. It's not a tank to go out in the open areas actually. And I'm going to show you exactly why in the armor profile. And here we have the Nameless with those little eyes on the front, looks kind of cute. But if you look at the pen then, this is from the perspective of the French Tier 7 Heavy. Fitted with, as you can see here, let's go, where is it? There it is, with the big gun. It's a 90mm gun, 212 piercing power. That front plate is actually strange. The top very strong and the bottom part below the light less. It has a strange bar across here. I don't know what it is. It's not a rounded plate, but the lower part straight up front is less well armored than some of the other bits. But as you can see, if I start turning the tank around, and let's face it from a bit more of a distance, there's a very wide gap above the tracks. And that's not a lot in terms of armor. It's only, straight up there, it's only 82. It's not a lot. It allows you to side scrape, but that side scraping also relies on the plates that are on the top of the hull and that are set at an angle. If you over-angle the tank, and it's very easy to do that against the really brilliant firepower of 212 that the AMX possesses, then you can get shot through your tracks, through your drive wheel, and just above the tracks very easily. Your cupola is an obvious weak spot, your cheeks are an obvious weak spot, even though they are a bit small. But if you sit this tank against the Tier 6 in a slight hold down position and you don't over-angle, so keep your gun between the tracks as per usual, then you will have a field day sitting against other tanks. The ARL obviously has a 212 as well, but let's take a look at a medium tank, the Cromwell, he's going to have problems. If you sit in a sidescraping position and you don't give away anything to shoot at, look at the lower plate, it's very tiny actually. The cupola is a weak spot, but those cheeks aren't very easy to hit either, unless you give them the time to aim at them. And if you get flanked, then you will have problems, which is nothing uncommon for heavy tanks. So this tank has to be set in close quarters actually, and it has to rely on stealth. It has not stealth, but it has to rely on cover and on a commander, a tank commander that knows what's going on the map. So I have two of my games for you. This one is on YAMATO Harbor. We are top tier, as you can see, and I wanted to go left. For some reason, I don't know why I have my chat turned on. I had it turned off actually when I was playing the game, but it seems that if you turn on the chat and then you will start a replay, that the replay will pick up anything that has been said in the chat to you or to your teammates, even though you had chat turned off during the game. You can see I've spotted an enemy here. That is the KV2 probably. There is a VK. Missed that shot. That's annoying. Would have wanted to get that one in. I've not spotted, but you can see what I'm doing already. I'm setting up for a side scrape already. I know the tanks are around the ship area. We haven't spotted anybody in the middle area or in the open usual flanking area for the mediums or for the lights. And you can see what I'm doing. Just basic side scraping 101. I set up for an angle. I'm going to try and bounce a shot. Not sure what. Yeah, there it is. 225 from the ARL. But I managed to put a shot back into him. So there's 225 blocked and 2 shots dealt. Can we shoot him again? No, bit of wiggling around with the gun depression. I want to support my Churchill here now, my Churchill friend. This one, shooting it high, stupid. But you can also see the shell burst coming from the big block. That has to be the VK2801 trying to shoot me. But I'm again not giving them any easy shots. My teammates are rolling in. I want to see if I can shoot at SU-101. Not possible. So what we're going to do now, we have to push for a bit. Their right flank is exposed, our Panther is down, the IS is still alive, that's my main worry, the SU-101 is still there. But I decided to go on the flank and then hopefully take out some of the tanks, maybe 1-2 of them, but mostly get that VK4503 out of the game. He is somewhere around here and he's going to pop up there, there it is, and he was thinking the same thing right after going on the flank. And remember what I said about the armor profile on your sides, that is far. It's not really good, but up front I managed to bounce a shot from him here on my side plate. I can go through his front fairly easily. We have one tank down, but again I'm pushing straight in. He wants to shoot my cupola, but I wiggle around a bit, and with the combined help of me and then the Churchill bouncing yet another shot, that means he is going down now. I get shot in my right hand side. He misses again. I'm shooting through his side. He's taken out. And I know that ARL is still there. So we can start working on him now. That said, that IS has taken out the Nesshorn. We have to take out the ARL now. So I'm going to push in. Hopefully the Churchill can help me a bit. He is far less mobile than I am. But if he manages to hold out for a bit, he should be alright. Spotting the ARL, switching to HE because I wanted to shoot him in the butt, but apparently I could shoot him through the turret side as well. That's lovely because that means I don't need a high roll but just an average roll on HE. And it's 4 on 4 now, but it's still a full health IS to contend with, and I have 723 health. They have a very quick VK running about. They have this SU-101 still there who can do 400 damage per shot. And he's still alive here, and look at this. Where does this one go? Straight under his gun, I think? Anyways, T-150 takes him out. But I'm still only 2 shots in terms of damage from that IS, but apparently he is using the lower caliber gun, the 100mm, which means he will need 3 shots to take me out. But I'm facing 1 and 2 now. Luckily I can put 1 shot into the IS. And again, this gameplay may not be very spectacular. But I said it before, I'm not giving them any real easy shots. Oh, hello ducky. I'm not giving them any really easy shots at the moment. I'm also considering paying close attention to the minimap. I'm gonna bounce a shot from the IS in just a second, but you probably noticed that VK trying to make a flank. He popped off the radar, which means he is flanking around somehow. I am taking a look on my right. He has to pop up somewhere over there. I'm just raising the pressure here with the cap. It's going to be fun. We can bounce the IS again. Oh, hello. Thank you very much for that gun. And a quick snapshot. Lovely. Bit lucky with the RNG there. But in a way, I was predicting he was going to pop up over there. So that meant that every time that IS had fired on me, I would take a quick look to my right, and that helped because by the moment the VK popped, I managed to put the gun onto target. I managed to block a few shots from the IS and then take him out. Just above 3k damage, 1500 blocked. Really good stuff, in my opinion. And like I said, this is how you have to play the tank. You have to play it slightly passively. Not really passive, but slightly passively, and you have to get it into a position where you have constant cover, where you can go into a side scrape, where you can sit while you're reloading. It's not a really good brawler because it lacks the DPM, even if it has good armor. But the meta has changed. I've watched a few of the reviews that are on the channels on the Nameless, on Bushka's channel, for example, and he mentioned, right, this tank, if it hadn't had a few weak spots, then it would have been OP. I don't think this tank is anywhere near OP. It is a very, very solid tier 7 heavy tank. It is a good credit earner, as you've seen from the first 2 games. 60k, no problem whatsoever. Do you need a lot of APCR? No, you don't. I barely fired any shot of APCR. I don't think I have fired any shot of APCR on these games. But where you will have problems is on games like this one. I was kind of fearing this one because Reds have an IS-3 Defender, they have a T69, they have a lot of autoloaders, and a Defender has 400 per shot, 3 shots in the clip. I have 1350 in terms of hit points. That means I am a bit of a prey for those type of tanks. An AMX 1390, that's a tank that can hit me very hard as well. We missed that shot on the Defender, which is a bit annoying, but we do manage to take the base. You can see I'm setting up for a side scrape. Hello, T69, can I shoot you? Yes, we can. And we go forward again, and I'm already predicting, right, I have to get out of here really quickly because there's a Defender rolling in. I'm not too sure what the T69 is doing. Bit of lag as well. But you can see I'm rolling back, rolling back, rolling back. I want to get onto this corner to side scrape, and the Defender is going to pop up over there. Hello, I can shoot you. I can turn around, put myself up for a side scrape, and we're going to bounce him. He fired on, it's behind me, one of my teammates, ISU maybe, there it is. Shot him through the tracks, blocked one shot, 400 blocked, lovely stuff. We have 2 caps at the moment, 2 bases running, so I'm again just gonna roll back and roll back. And by the time I have rolled back and put myself into another position, there's B cap going up. Hello, Defender. I can shoot you once again, and you shoot my friendly SU-152. That's fine. Or fine, yeah, would have wanted my SU-152 to live. But I can put a shot into the Yak Panther now. They are capturing B. They want to get the bases sorted because we are still in the lead, even though we are low on tanks. I can put another lovely shot into the 87. Taking him out, and you can see I've only blocked 400, only done 1600 damage, but I'm being very cautious and very sensible on which tanks I'm shooting. I block a shot from the T69, I put him down to 8, he's going to put one into B, I'm already reversing, and I'm going to block another one and then kill him. Lovely stuff. And I get shot from the Defender here. Happy to take this one, even though I am a one-shot now, but look at this one. Just lovely. Hello, through the tracks. You can stay there now. I'll just move away. The mobility is fine. It's not brilliant, but it's fine. And he wants to take me out because he knows that if he takes me out, they will probably win the game. But I'm just a bit quicker. And you can see, again, no APCR used whatsoever. 2.5k damage, 850 blocked. 850 is not a lot, but it was enough to secure this game and gave us a win, really. So in that regard, I think pretty well played, even if I'm touting my own horn there. But this is how you have to play the tank. You have to play cautiously, conservatively, don't throw away your hit points, and side scrape, side scrape, side scrape. 43k in terms of credits, not too bad. 11 shots fired, 10 hits, 10 penetrations, and yeah, 4 tanks taken out. 2 of them were top tier and a full health I3 defender. Lovely stuff. So yeah, let's go into a quick summary on the Nameless. Your main strengths lie in your armor and your traverse speed, so you have to move from one sidescraping position to another and never ever advance without knowing where to take cover next. That's all for today, ladies and gentlemen, tankers of Blitz Universe. Available in the World of Tanks Blitz store, the Nameless Tier 7 solid premium heavy tank. If you like the content, be sure to subscribe and I'll catch you on the next video. Cheers and happy tanking!